Today we're doing a quick little makeover on Martha Pearl. I have some Indulge with Argon Oil spray by Biogroom. It's a daily brushing aid. You just spray it onto the fur under every single layer as you brush through. I start with the foot and I move up each leg, individual layer by layer in her fur. I use lots of the spray as I brush. If you have an Old English Sheepdog, you know the collar line gets lots of mats, so I take extra time around that area. When she lays down, she gets tired. I start brushing her from her tailbone all the way to her neck, just layer by layer, getting out every little tangle that she's got in her hair, just working my way up toward her head. She usually just lays there and is pretty calm during the whole process, but that's just how an Old English Sheepdog typically is. I just add more and more spray and it smells great. Working my way from her abdomen up to her spine, one side at a time. You can see the layers, the lines as I brush going up. On her hind legs, I move around to the first hind leg. It looks really bad. I spray and I start going, moving from her feet up to her hip, layer by layer with lots of spray. That argon oil really helps it untangle, making it very easy on her. Work away around her hips, and then she will usually lay down again, and I go back up her spine from another angle. There's so many tangles on a daily basis. Now I'm moving around to the other side, and you can see lots of spray, plenty of it. It feels so great on her, and it smells wonderful. Be very careful when you are moving around her abdomen because it gets really sensitive. She gets little tiny mats, and brushing them out, really, that's the one thing that does bother her, and she will let me know. I'm just very, very careful, spraying lots of the spray and going single layer at a time. I usually leave her head and her face to the very last because it's a little struggle for her. I remove all her old rubber bands. She's always got hair accessories in. I go one ear at a time, and this is where I flip from my brush to a comb to get around the edges. She's always got tiny mats around those floppy ears, so I will spray it and I will comb it out very, very carefully. She starts to get excited because she knows that she is toward the end. I use the comb around her face, and then I have even a spot where I go right into her top knot with my metal comb, and then I've got rubber bands. You can buy these rubber bands by the thousands. They're tiny rubber bands. They come in colors. I just trash them after each use because they get stretched out. Then I manually remove all of that eye gunk that is there every single day. With a fine-tooth facial comb now, I will move debris from around her face and her nose, and that really helps with the discoloration and just the grossness. And this part really bothers her too. It's not her favorite, but she knows once again that she's almost done, so she is quite tolerant. We're brushing out around her face. Then it's time for a bow. She has lots of hair bows. She's always had a bow since she was a baby. Anytime we're going out, she's so happy when we're done because she knows we're getting ready to go out and see some people. Got to remember to put her collar back on. I call it her necklace. Fluff up her hair around it and out of it. And she's very, very fluffy at the end. This is our favorite part. Wait for it because it's big hug time. It's really the best part with Martha Pearl.